Hello everybody, welcome to Nattey's Home Cooking, and today we are going to be making the sourdough soft bread. I have made just the regular sourdough, but this is actually one with, you can add 2 eggs, warm water, and you know, salt, pepper, sugar. This here, it tastes just like homemade bread. You can't even tell it's sourdough. And the cool thing about it is you don't have to use the packaged yeast or, the regular yeast. You just use a starter. That's it. And it comes out amazingly. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. I also am going to do another video with how to make tortillas with this bread or with this dough, and the donuts, which is like a Krispy Kreme donut. Tastes just like them. So right now we're just going to go ahead and get all this started. I did give you guys the ingredients at the very beginning of the video. You're just going to mix right now, no egg in it, just the starter, warm water, and a little bit of flour. It's going to be 3 cups of flour and 2 cups of starter and 2 cups of water. You'll let that set for about 2 to 3 hours. I always put mine in the garage and let it set out there in the humidity. Wherever there's a lot of humidity, that's where you're going to let it set and rise. So mine is actually doubled up in size. You can tell how, nourished it looks. It looks very active. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to mix up my mixture for what I need to add in here into another bowl, which is going to be your 2 eggs and then the remaining of the ingredients. So we'll go ahead and get those started. Okay guys, so once you guys get all that mixed up, you're just going to pour it in here on top of that dough, and we're just going to start mixing this. I am going to add a little bit of flour, a little at a time, not all at once, because you do have to add between 9 to 11 cups of flour. So I usually start off with like 1 to 2 cups of flour at a time, and I'll mix it up, and then I'll add some more in until I get a nice soft dough. Okay, so we're just going to keep adding. Okay, and so once it gets to where it's just too hard to mix, go ahead and add a little bit more dough before mixing with your hands, because you don't want to set and mix it when it's really runny and sticky like this, because I won't do that. I'll keep trying to mix as much as I can until I can't really mix anymore with a spoon, because you don't want to add too much flour, but you don't want it to be too sticky and runny either. So I'll show you what the texture is supposed to look like once we get there. So right now I'm going to go ahead and start mixing it with my hands, and I'm going to just keep adding in the flour because it's still really soft. As soon as I put my hand in there, I realize that it's really still sticky. So just going to keep on adding, and I'm going to start adding it to the counter here, and I'm just going to keep working with it until it gets to a nice firm and soft texture. Not too firm and not too soft either, kind of like in between. So there's where it should look like for the texture. Also, I'm just going to butter up a little bit of the dish here. Once you get that dish all completed and coated really well, you're going to just take your dough and you're just going to place it into the bowl. And I always flip my dough over once, and I'll just start shaping it in there into the bowl, and making sure that everything is, sealed tight pretty good. And that's how the dough should look, just like that. Okay, I'm just gonna let my dough rise until it's doubled up in size, and mine has already done that. I've already cut it in halves, And right now, this other half I'm going to make into a bread. The other part of the other half, I ended up making donuts for my husband. He loves donuts, so I made some donuts for him. He's a sweet person. He loves sweets, so that's what I make for him quite often is a lot of sweets. You can also make tortillas. You can, like I said, make donuts. I do have a recipe for the tortillas, so I'm going to be showing you how to make the tortillas on the next recipe. So you can make crispy chicken, or you can make chicken tacos or chicken fajitas with your tortillas. So here's the result after baking it for on 375 for about 40 minutes, 40 to 45 minutes. It doubled up in size quite a bit. So thanks a lot, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching my video. You all have a wonderful night.